ethnic slurs. You got it. This time on the Next Bardo, our heroes, faced with adversity, on all sides beset by interdimensional beings, some of them dangerous, others kind of lighthearted and goofy, such as this Ziggy fellow. He knows how to spin a good illusion, huh?
Thanks. That was pleasurable.
And
Yeah.
cue opening title sequence.
So I have a question about my character before we get. I have a question about my character before we
Ziggy,
get.
It looks like you're not going anywhere, but we're gonna have to have a talk, man.
Yeah, he can't talk.
So I have.
Yeah, now's not a good time though. The let's see here. Where are we at? In the Great Hall.
I have a question about my character before we continue.
Please.
You had mentioned that I need to select more spells. Can you tell me if those spells were for sorcerer or bard?
I think you could pick either. See, I was looking and I was like, okay, so you've got, like, for instance, you're supposed to have 9 selected spells at this point in time for second level. And then also your fiendish heritage spells, which are additional, so 11 total. And you have both of the second level bonus spells, but you only have 9 spells in total. Since most of your spells that you currently have selected are both for sorcerer and for bard, like they appear on both those lists, you can make an argument for bard spells or sorcerer spells. It's up to you.
Also, I think we're in the small council chamber. We just
second or third level spells.
Backdrop.
Second or third level spell.
Correct. All right. So you guys are at this point in time late to the council or the high council meeting, the open to the public one.
All right.
Oh, we're late for that, but well, we're the king, man.
Yeah, someone in this room is pretty kingly. Agreed.
So he can like make his own rules, right? Is there someone like telling us, or should we go out and like do this thing?
Good point.
Also, how long is? Yeah,
he's he's actually gonna freaking assume he's gonna act kingly. He's like, if I am correct and there is a court to be held very shortly, then we should be there promptly. I believe there was a miracle intending to happen, but we've kind of jumped the shark on that one, and you've already performed it. So let's make it an illusion of a miracle, shall we?
Wait, who's saying this?
Bran. The real King Bran, probably. I mean,
okay.
You do see an actual Ziggy there, so he is probably not casting an illusion of Bran. This Bran has been with you the whole time. I don't know how good is this illusionist?
Well, I guess I'll cast True Seeing now.
Excellent.
On myself.
You look around the room. Bran is Bran. There's a surprisingly small amount of illusion in the room. I'm going to secret you something you do notice, though.
Sweet.
Roll a perception check.
Okay, I'll do that. Is it
silence sounds good too?
Am I perceiving on a human, an evil outsider, or an undead, or just a flat one? And you can add 4 if you want.
Okay, I will add numbers as I, roll it and then remind me of what the possible bonuses are. Okay.
It probably doesn't matter, I hope.
No, that was a pretty good roll, sir. All right, so you guys see everybody casting this spell, and Bran is making his way to sitting back down in his wheelchair that he doesn't need any longer.
All right.
Oh, you got these slatty beasts. They're naked. They are big red corpses now.
Yeah. Well. All right. If we got to get on to business, then
I'm gonna choose silence and confusion, chat,
Just
so I can
since,
silence somebody.
since I've got Ziggy in hold, I'd like to just incapacitate him and bind him up.
He resists. He's like, "Oh, that certainly won't be necessary."
He can't speak. I've got him in hold. I successfully cast hold monster. All he
Oh, when
can
was
do,
that? I'm
he's
sorry.
aware, but he can't
Please
take any
remind
action.
me.
At the very end of the last session, right as combat stopped, Delaware was very suspicious of the fact that it looked like Ziggy was tossing underhand in that fight.
I remember you saying
and like
that.
not really doing anything. And so he turned around and cast Hold Monster. And
right.
it was Ziggy just barely failed his will save.
All right. Thank you for reminding me of this.
Does that change anything you sent me, Dave?
No.
Yeah,
since-
guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, tie him up. This should be interesting.
Wait. Okay. Yeah, you go to tie him up, and your hand goes right through him.
Oh snap!
Yeah, he's not there, man. Do you guys still see him? What do I see? Like, I don't.
You're looking around the room, huh?
Yeah.
I'm figuring this out. How long is your hold person gonna last? Or hold monster?
Hold on. Let's hold person except any creature, and 1 round per level.
And he gets a new save every round.
Sure, except if there's not really a creature there, what did I cast it on? I mean,
yeah, that's a good question. I mean, an illusion of a creature could still be a creature, right? Now, what's the save? What's the difficulty of the save?
It was 18.
Really?
You roll. I guess that makes sense, but like, I would have thought, unless whatever is controlling the illusion knows exactly what was happening, in which case it would, I don't know. Like, okay, hold on a second.
So, yeah, actually, okay, so let's rewind. I'm going to retcon this a little bit. He jumps out of the way. He acted frozen, but when you went to go reach for him, he jumped out of the way last second. And he said what I said he said, but you also felt that he was not actually substantial.
All right.
Do I see him or no?
You do see him, but you do realize that he is completely illusory.
I was trying to roll a knowledge arcana check. But basically to get my head around a immaterial being that I thought I successfully cast a spell on.
Mm-hmm.
Is what that roll was.
Yeah, no, you successfully cast it. And it seemed like you cast it, and then he froze, but now you see he's an illusion.
And real Ziggy is nowhere to be seen. By
You don't
me.
see him. Mm-mm.
Oh.
Foiled again, I say out loud. God damn that Ziggy. Wherever he is, I'm going to put a foot in his ass, gentlemen. Are you ready for that? Is it time for that? Where are we? Is this real?
What level is True Seeing, Dylan?
It is 5th level.
All right. So I guess we should still be rolling for combat since we are. We thought we weren't in combat, but since we're trying to put someone who doesn't want to be in chains, who turns out to be illusion actually in, and somebody is currently trying to shake off a hold monster. So if it is an illusion and you did successfully cast hold person on the person you thought you were casting it on, then he's actually here. And he's just using illusion to remotely control, or but he's close enough at any rate that your hold spell still worked.
We just don't
And
know
roll for
where he's at.
initiative.
Okay.
Excuse me. Lagboot, what are you gonna do?
Wait, I
Well,
didn't get. Yeah, sorry,
Oh,
I didn't even get to roll yet.
I'm sorry. That looked like you
Yeah, it
rolled a
did.
23.
It did look like that, yeah. But that
No,
would be
that
hell
was
of
the
initiative.
knowledge
Yeah.
check. That was my knowledge or knowledge arcana check. Hold on a second.
I didn't realize you were rolling an knowledge arcana. I apologize.
Yeah, that was me trying to figure out, like, if there's any, like, what could have happened
Okay.
where when you sort of, I thought you did, because you sort of explained that I did successfully cast it. That's what I was trying to figure out. I thought I cast this. Why is he dodging out of my way?
Awesome. Let's see if you can. Let's see. That roll's good enough. You can even calculate it out. Your hold monster spell has a range of 100 feet plus 10 feet of level, and so he's got to be within. He's got to be within what, like 200 feet of where you guys are.
Yeah.
Like, what are you gonna do? You rolled lowest, so you gotta tell everybody first.
Let me roll.
Oh yeah, or maybe
Roll initiative, yeah.
maybe Delaware will be first, even though he appeared to be the last. He's going last, or he's highest with the +1. Like, what are you doing?
I am going to cast.
Hold on. at this point in time, you don't even know that. Like, you might have seen the hand go through,
Yeah.
but all of these calculations, everything I've said, I've either said to Dylan based off what he sees with his true seeing spell, or Chris based off of what he has done using his super deductive Sherlock Holmesian reasoning based off his what's your math magic feat that you have?
Oh, the geometry thing.
Yes, his temporal geometry brains.
It's,
Like, you
yeah,
literally see him with the triangulation chalk marks going over his face with the confused lady meme.
exactly like that.
All right, so what do you?
I
what are you
actually
doing,
like. I turn towards everybody, just like look at them, and then I fart, and then that's my entire turn.
All right. A whiff of brimstone for everybody. That happens at the end of the round, though.
Yeah. It's at the end of the round, so they don't actually have to any reaction until later.
And then you're on 12, Gabe. What are you going to be doing?
Yep. Looking, trying to find Ziggy.
All right, and then Delaware.
I'm gonna try to I'm gonna try to dispel magic.
All right, roll it.
Because I really didn't know what was going on, so I just kind of looked at him and then I just farted.
Yeah, when you guys gearing up this spell, you got to communicate something. You don't have to, but you see that Lagboot is kind of scratch. He's not in combat right now. You guys
I'm
are.
completely unaware of what's going on.
Yeah, I'll say some stuff too.
All right, Mr. Delaware.
So okay, so it's 20 plus 9. What about 10th level now?
Mm-hmm. Now, are you gonna try to dispel the illusion, or are you gonna try to dispel the person beneath the illusion? If you look at the dispel magic, there's a couple of different ways you can use it. There's a couple of different possible outcomes. I'm going to read it out loud.
Yeah.
So you choose
okay,
dispel magic in one of two ways: targeted dispel or a counter spell. Targeted dispel. One creature or spell, the target is the dispel.
Have a shot, chat.
One creature, object, or spell is the target of dispel magic spell. You make one dispel check, which has particular calculation, and compare that to and destroy the highest enchantment you can possibly with it. You repeat the process until you have either successfully dispelled one of the enchantments in effect or failed on all of them. For instance, somebody who has a stone skin and a fly spell, you could be in a situation where rolling very high destroys the stone skin spell, rolling kind of medium destroys the fly spell instead of the stone skin spell, and rolling poorly, all spells are unaffected. Then otherwise, you can use it as a counter spell. Oh, and the targeted dispel, you can use it to specifically target one spell rather than a creature or an object. And in that case, you have to name the specific spell effect to be targeted, and then you do a caster level check rather than the specific dispel check. And then counter spells, which are generally only useful when to undo a spell as it's being cast, also uses a dispel check, I believe. Nope, it's a dispel check. So in the event that you want to target the spell specifically that you think it is, you have to name it, and you have to then do a caster level check against the caster. But also, you probably could dispel Ziggy, or whoever you think of is Ziggy, since he is within 200 feet of you, and the range on dispel magic is also 200 feet at the moment. And then you'll get a random spell that he is affected by dispelled. It could be his freaking magic ring.
Yeah, that's what I want to try because there's a lot going on, and I don't want to try. I want to go at one particular spell. I want to target him.
All right. You figure since it worked that way with the monster freezing spell, if you target this illusion that appears to be him, it should do the same thing, and it seems to. You reaching out with your canceling magical energy, it's like a third eye ray beam that you got. You target him. So we're going to make a dispel check. It's 1d20 plus your caster level, and compare that to the caster level DC 11 plus the spell's caster. If successful, that spell ends. If not, compare the same result of what you already rolled to the next highest caster level spell. And so it's not. So it's your caster level, the actual level that you are, plus your d20, and it's versus the spell is the 11 plus the spell's caster level, which I believe is his actual level, not well in there. Okay, they just say
I roll my roll and you tell me.
Sounds good. I'm sorry, I'm having trouble.
That sounds like a complicated rule, actually.
Yeah,
we wouldn't know if you need to take a minute to figure it out. That's fine, but we
all right
know his that
all
kind
right
of
roll
thing
it
anyway.
and then talk amongst yourselves.
Aim it at his dick. I realize what he's doing. I'm like, aim it at his dick.
20.
Very average.
Slightly below.
Nice. Nice try.
You guys want to talk about, this is dead air while I'm doing this
Yeah, actually, I wanted to ask the guys, hey, guys, remember where my cloak went? Do I have my cloak? Oh, where's my cloak?
I believe Bran has it.
Where is the real Bran? The real Bran has my cloak, doesn't he?
He's still in here, yeah.
And he's in the room?
Yeah.
Well, I know it might be a little bit ahead of my turn, but I'm going to spend my next entire turn walking over to Bran and saying, give me my fucking cloak back. And fucking yanking it off his fucking head.
That's why people consider you aggressive. That's a king in a wheelchair.
He doesn't need that wheelchair, though.
No, as of this morning, it was a ruse.
But it was a ruse that was separate from the cloak ruse.
Do not start slandering me that I'm aggressive either. I'm trying to come out of my shell, goddammit.
Just before we rolled. Sorry, on this computer I don't have any of the links either. It's making this even cooler. All right, so the illusion disappears. Gabe, what you're going to be looking around?
Is there just nothing there where they thought
There
Ziggy was?
No, there is maybe a little bit of hobbit snot. Just
Okay.
effluvium of magical. Yeah.
Yeah, residual.
Mm.
With that perception check, it's just I'm taking a brief look around the room and the true seeing if there's any like magically hidden doors or anything, like like any magical escape routes.
Now, what does true seeing do for like conventionally hidden doors?
I think that would be more the perception check.
Roll your
You
perception
see
check.
things actually are the subject. The subject sees through normal magical darknesses, notices secret doors hidden by magic,
Okay.
sees the exact locations of creatures or objects under a blur displacement effect, sees invisible creatures or objects normally.
So it only gives you true seeing for through magic. Like if somebody artfully mocked up a piece of turd to look like a diamond, and true seeing isn't going to help you see through that. They polished it a lot.
That time it is a 20.
Okay, but you had a freaking great roll last time. Okay, so you're putting some pieces together in your head right now, and you are looking very hard for secret doors. You don't see any, but at the same time, there was a little like sound or something around the time the end of the last battle that did sound like there was a secret door somewhere around here. Tyrion's probably gonna have to show it to you though. If anybody knows it, maybe Bran, maybe Tyrion. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say, Bran, Tyrion, where's the secret door for someone to escape in this room? And then I'll run to the regular door and peek out and see if I see anything.
Excellent. Are we to Lagboot now? The fart?
I have I hopefully have completed the fart. That would be a long. So I noticed kind of the illusion disappear and the snot. I'm assuming I see that pretty easy to discern that happened in the room. Okay, and so then I too start looking for the door out of here. Did I actually successfully retrieve my cloak from Bran?
Oh no, that's this round. You can fart and.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's what I want to do. I want to get my cloak back from Bran.
All right. So next round, you're gonna want to go look for the door.
Sure. Yep.
Make your exit. Bran was just talking about going to the council meeting. You want to go do that? Like there's that door there. There's.
No, I would like to hang back.
This is kind of in a tower, or in a corner office of the castle. So you really only have one exit to this room.
We would like to. Well, I would like to stay with the guys and after this round, basically start looking for the emergency exit. Somebody just ran out of here, and I want to trail them if possible. So I'm looking for the exit for sure. The trapdoor.
All right. Gabe, what are you gonna do this round?
Well, did they say anything or no?
Like
when I asked.
Probably. Yeah, they indicate that they're gonna show you here in a second. So you want to do what they say.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for them to open the door.
All right. How about you, Mr. Delaware? What do you want to do this round? Hello, Delaware?
I was muted. I've got toddler background noise potential, so I'm trying to keep myself muted when I'm not talking. Yeah. Now that that's gone,
So you guys are in a combat situation, also. Sorry to interrupt. And Bran and Tyrion don't realize that. They thought that everything's dead, and so when you're like, doors, where are they? They're not snapping to.
Do we
Sorry for that
see any?
Sorry, back to Delaware. On your initiative, Lagboot, you can roll your perception check.
Okay.
Start looking for doors.
No, Gabriel, you already looked around and didn't see me, so seeing visibility isn't going to do shit.
All right, chat. Let's look up how to do a perception check.
Okay, I'm also gonna join the search for wherever the door is.
All right, roll a perception check
Let me do
for
that
finding secret doors.
Sort of nonsense.
All right, here it is. Perception is 8. Chat. So I would need to do roll D20 plus 8 on my next.
Not
Just
hot.
we're finding secret doors like mofos.
Yeah. Tyrion is like, in fact, there are a number of doors in this room. You just have to know, and he's taking his time. This is really frustrating. Where to look, and he
Tell us
walks
now!
over. He pulls a candle off the shelf, and the fireplace swings around.
All right, I'm running through.
That was not near the one where you think the sound is, though.
Oh, I'll be like, where's the other one coming from that way?
Oh, very, very good.
Very good, sir. Very good. Oh.
He gives you a very quizzical look. He's like, strange request. His face seems to say, and why the urgency?
The secret door.
He starts walking over that way. Okay, Lagboot, what are you doing? You're also looking for secret doors?
Yes, I am actually. I'm trying to actually notice towards where the sound came from. If there's any doors in the
All
ground.
Right. Roll your perception check.
There we go. 17.
Yeah, that's not that. Looks like a wall. It's just a common everyday wall with like a bookshelf on it. But there couldn't possibly be a secret as part of a bookshelf. Tyrion does eventually get over there and open the door. Nice. Oh, I will add those. Tyrion goes over to the wall and grabs like what you swear was just a normal everyday book and takes it off the shelf, and it rotates around. Gabriel, you dive through the door.
Mm-hmm.
And
yes, I do.
Yeah, you do. And I'm gonna roll. I'm just gonna say that you see somebody who I will describe exclusively to you.
Oh fuck!
In a very interesting, very flamboyant outfit of very fine silk and gold thread and embroidering. And he is in the process of casting what, to your thaumaturgical check, may reveal something. You should probably roll that right now, reactively.
All right. Knowledge, Arcana.
Yeah.
$21.
Looks to be a teleporting spell of some sort,
I am the real Lagboot.
and it's fast.
Okay. Yeah.
You could
I mean,
probably close the distance with him and sock him if you wanted. You definitely don't have the opportunity to get a full spell off of your own.
yeah, I'm gonna go with the charge and tackle.
Roll an attack.
Do you want like a combat maneuver?
Oh yeah, that sounds good.
Combat maneuver. Plus. Okay. Plus. And I'm guessing it's a human.
No, it's a kobold. Yeah.
It's not. Okay. $20.
For CMD
Yes.
against their CMD. All right. You are grappling them. Grappling this guy, not even for being a tiny little kobold, this guy is slight and frail. You have no problem ragdolling this son of a bitch around.
I yell out, twist his dick.
Wait, did the book close back? Did it go like all the way? Like, you can't see any of this?
Give him the old dick twist.
You can't see it. You can follow him in there right now if you like.
Yeah, I mean that's what I would be doing once there was, but I didn't know if it was one of those like turn all the way around and then we don't like overused plot in Hollywood of like the rest of us don't know what happened.
Well, as you follow him in there, you don't know what happened. He appears to just charge an empty space in this very tiny little. There's like this is like a little alcove area with, you can see some like light slits opening in. So this is a good place where like, oh, the eyes off of the tapestry and somebody's peeking through kind of thing. And then there's a very small hallway off into the other corner, but you see Gabe just charge into the corner by where the eye slots are.
All right. Yeah. He's I'm gonna try and pin him.
Wait.
And
he's got to do he might get the spell off here.
I'm pretty sure he needs a concentration check or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna be doing here.
Don't kill him, it could be Dobby.
Oh, if it is, he is getting his head pounded into
What?
the floor.
You're a horrible person.
Okay, so you
bro.
want to let's review the concentration check rules and then retcon your particular, like if there's a more effective way to use your combat maneuver than getting him in a half Nelson.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
Okay, so it's a D20 plus your caster level and ability score modifier to determine. If you take injury while trying to cast a spell, the difficulty is 10 plus the amount of damage taken. If it comes in response to you casting the spell, which is it was in this case, provoked by the spell or contingent attacks such as ready to action if you take damage from an answer. Which you're not. Casting the spell while you're grappled or pinned condition is difficult and requires concentration check DC 10 plus the grappler's CMB plus the level of spell you're casting. That does sound pretty bad. So you want to keep with that?
Yeah.
All right. So what's your CMB?
The modifier or the roll?
The
Oh, the CMB would be the bonus. So right. So it'd be 13.
So 13 plus 10 is 23, plus the level of the spell that's being cast, which, if I remember correctly, is 5th. That's going to make it a 28 concentration check. And so I'm going to go over here. Did we say 28?
Yeah.
And the spell dissipates. Delaware, you see Gabriel successfully chicken winging air. Very tiny air.
I'll be like, punch this air in the face.
Lagboot, you want to follow him in there? You've gotten over your surprise that that book was actually a lever.
Yeah, I'm following behind.
So I have no idea what was going on in here.
Remember when you said see invisibility probably wouldn't be useful? Reevaluate that statement.
Now, at the time, it wasn't valuable. But since I see him grappling something that I can't see, that would probably be useful. So I will do that.
All right.
Else?
Yeah, I'm going to tell you what you see now that you can see invisible. And since a majority of the party now can see this, then I'm just going to say, Lagboot, you don't see this, but Lagboot, you, the player, you can totally see it. It's cool.
That whole player versus character thing is getting even more murky.
All right. Mr. Gabriel is strong-arming this very slight little kobold wearing what could very well be a jester's outfit or some freaking weird-ass kabuki playing outfit. Very pale.
Give him the old
like
dick
beyond
twist.
like, okay, you've never seen a white dragon, but that might be a white dragon. Kobold. He's got pretty sizable horns on his head. Shocking, brilliant red hair. Very finely embroidered buffoonery outfit.
Where's Tyrion? Is he?
He's over by the bookshelf still. You guys crowded in before him. Over here, we're just going to pretend as you guys in the secret passage. Tyrion, so you guys kill monsters constantly, and it's great, and you guys are used to it, and it's fun. Other than the dragon, which Tyrion has seen before but never like directly faced down, the 3 Slod were kind of the biggest monsters, and that whole situation he's having trouble processing. Bran is putting on a good face, like acting all kingly and stuff, but you feel like he's on a little bit of autopilot too.
Fair enough.
So anyway, you guys are the only person who's seen this so far. Seen this little kobold fellow. Kobold.
Gabriel's going for a sleeper hold.
And that will put him to sleep. Are you?
Yeah, like yeah. The hope is to knock him unconscious.
Yeah, it's not hard at all. You feel him going limp.
Good. We're gonna make sure that happens.
All right. Don't kill him though.
Oh no! Of course not.
Well, I mean, you just got to kind of count it. I mean, he might wake up with a deficit of intelligence.
How good is he at knowing when this guy goes limp?
It's a kobold. How do we know the difference?
Fair enough.
How good is he at judging? How good is he at judging limpness?
Very good. Anyway. All right. And then with the true seeing, do I see any magical items? Do I see anything like on him that is magic?
Yeah, he's got plenty of magic. He's got some magical, he's got rings, providing enchanted armor and kind of stuff. He's got I mean, okay, so how much do you learn from true seeing?
I will tell you. Does not help the viewer see through mundane disguises, spot creatures who are simply hiding, or notice secret doors hidden by mundane means. It cannot be further enhanced with known magic.
So this doesn't it's not an identify spell or anything. It doesn't.
No, it's not an identify.
So, yeah, he's got a bunch of rings. He's got a headband. He's got a belt. He's got a lot of magical things.
So first things first, I'm gonna gag him and hog tie him, and then after that, cast detect magic.
Rings, belt, necklaces, plural.
Everything that's magic is coming off.
He is now a poorly dressed kobold.
All right. All those items going in the bag of holding for now, and carrying them out and putting them on the small council table, hog-tied. So like he's on his stomach with his arms and legs tied behind him, and also gagged.
Dude. Okay, there's something about this particular token where the rotation button is absolutely hidden behind something else, and I can't seem to do anything to rotate it. So
that happened to me the other
sorry,
day.
He is upright, and there ain't shit you can do about it.
Okay, well,
it does look like it does look like you're holding him by his horn, though, so that's pretty cool.
And I'll walk out. I'll be like, I don't know what this is. Today got really confusing, man. It's hard to tank.
Bran says, "What an interesting little fellow you have there. Listen, if this is too complicated for you, I can go hold court by myself. I don't need I don't need to do some crazy revelation. I can make it seamless. Tyrion, would you be so kind?" Hey, absolutely.
All right. Are you guys good with running your 7 kingdoms and then like letting us try and deal with stuff behind the scenes and like make this all not crappy for you guys in your land?
Wait, we got the little dude. Do we want to go? We got the little kobold that I'm gonna, rough up a little bit.
Like he was able to go to.
Do we need to go do the? Hey, look, we made him walk, or like so we don't have to hold court in your chair forever, Bran? Is that what we want?
I absolutely cannot thank you enough for restoring the use of my legs. If you have time, to help me wield a narrative by which the people know, all the better. But I cannot ask that of you. You need to leave now. We'll figure something out.
I can see you're bothered, your Majesty. Let's see what we can do.
Yeah, I mean, I think we'll make it happen, man. If you want to do the courtly, like, you do politics, man. We'll come perform a fake miracle when we get a chance. But before we do like the traveling montage, we have to do like the pair of pliers and a blowtorch montage first. If that's all good with you, man.
That's very Sergio Leone of you. Close up of some tongs and a blowtorch. Real close up.
But yeah, if you guys want to do like the politicking thing, we'll do like the punching people in chairs thing.
Yeah, but we have 5 minutes to go out and be like, "Hey, Your Majesty, would you like to walk?" Poof, and then we can come back and deal with this guy. Like, it doesn't take 3 of us. You could sit here and hold the prize, and one of us can go out there and do our thing and come back. Right? It's not a big deal.
No, I think we all need to be here, man. We need to dispel every spell on this guy, wake him up, make him talk without having his voice able to cast spells. It's gonna be a thing.
Helm of Telepathy is good for that.
Yeah, so we're all here. I'm gonna keep being mean and scary looking. Lagboot's gonna be good cop, and you're gonna be bad cop with your Helm of Telepathy, man. And I'm gonna be like angry cop. Does that sound good?
Yeah, that sounds great. Let's do that.
Or are you gonna like heal him to wake him up? What are you gonna do?
Well, we were going to let's first. Does he have any spells on him currently with detect magic? Like, does he have any spells cast on him?
He does not. The invisibility was a ring. There are also some unidentified other rings. And when you removed the necklaces and belt, he does not appear to have any further magic active upon him right now.
All right, Delaware, can you use the helmet of telepathy while he's still unconscious?
Yeah, let's give it a shot.
Does he need to wake up?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Well, Delaware's doing this. Did you guys get hurt at all? Are you hit or no?
I am full health. Feeling good. I'm great.
I did take a little bit of damage. I have that written down, but it wasn't too bad. I got to find it because I took one hit. I don't know where I wrote it down. Anyway, I thought I had it in the character sheet, but I don't see it anymore.
All right. Gabriel needs to cure critical wounds to himself. Cure serious wounds. I'm gonna dump a spell that cures serious wounds to myself.
So, just reading the telepathy spell, it doesn't say anything about that. You can mentally communicate with any other creature within 100 feet that has a language.
So the Helmut's telepathy I'm reading says you can use detect thoughts at will. And then you can also send a telepathic message to anyone whose thoughts you are reading. And you can also, once a day, implant a suggestion. And the detect thoughts say you point your face in a direction and you detect the first round the presence or absence of thoughts. The second round, you might get stunned if you detect the intelligence of sufficient highness and the spell ends. And otherwise, you detect the number of thinking minds. In the third round, you can read the surface thoughts of any mind in the area. So the way the communication works is after you've surfaced thoughts for 3 rounds with a particular mind, you can start transmitting anytime you want, but in order to like have two-way communication, you need to focus on a particular mind essentially for 3 rounds, I believe.
Yeah, I was trying to see if there was any description of anything about like they don't do whether you can do that to somebody who's asleep.
Yeah, for someone who's unconscious, you can. I'm gonna just rule that you can detect their like surface thoughts and kind of get a glimpse into their subconscious.
If I want to do this, okay.
You're gonna have to do a YouTube search for David Bowie Live, which is a show he did in the 70s. It's actually called Live, to get an essence of his like sleeping surface thoughts.
Okay.
Well, that tells us that it is actually still David Bowie. We thought he was some beautiful sex god, but it turns out he was a wrinkly little pale dude, like every other British person.
They're not mutually exclusive.
I'm just saying there was a level of illusion and glamour that all got us fooled. All right, shall we wake him up, fools? Or wake this fool up? He's still hogtied and can't speak. You know, he has a gag in his mouth. So
that's pretty good, I think.
If he's gonna cast a spell, it needs to be still and silent. All right, I will. So I dumped 2 3rd-level spells to heal up, Dave.
All right.
And then I'm gonna channel positive energy. Which is everybody gets 5d6. Everyone gets 21 hit points, including David Bowie.
He thanks you for it. All right, so you already wake him up?
Yep, I figure that wakes him up. And
oh, yes. That'll
Delaware, you get 21 as well.
Right on. All right, so I'm gonna. I mean, we don't. If he's need the. I mean, couldn't we just cast message?
Well, just the helmet.
Message requires like whispering, which you'd have to kind of free up his voice or free up his ability to speak if you wanted him to respond with it.
Oh, all right.
And since you've heard the live concert going on in his head, you're already attuned. So, and you verified that he's not of godlike intelligence.
No.
Because that can cause the spell to end, and theoretically, I guess I'll just throw this out there, with a significantly advanced intelligence, it could drive you mad.
No, all right. Well then, I guess we could do this the easy way or the hard way. Who do you work for?
So when he wakes up, you guys obviously notice that he has 2 eyes of radically different character, and he scans the room, and then like kind of gets a good poker face. And I mean, there's an interspecies advantage he has there, but yeah, that might be 1,000-yard stare for a kobold. And
How are we gonna do this, man?
So
You just think the answers. Delaware's gonna know, and we're gonna go from there. Like, are you gonna play ball?
he volunteers a mental image of some very powerful wizards, some real interdimensional Buckaroo Banzai type shit.
Hold on
Some
a second.
Bhagavad Gita God War kind of stuff. Some Magic the Gathering planeswalking level shit.
Yeah. So I'm going to. I guess I will roll for a knowledge planes check on what I'm seeing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you might even recognize some signature moves that he is like projecting and describing from some of the elders of your time guild. And then he says, the time of a new god's coming is more inevitable. It is increasingly inevitable until it becomes real. And though I love Leonard with all of my heart, he is dealing with forces he cannot possibly contain. He cannot possibly defend against, and he cannot possibly consume.
What do they want with this backwater plane?
The narrative compulsion of this land, though primitive, has great potential. If one of these beings were to capture the hearts of the people of this realm, it could give him great power in the war that is to come.
The people in this realm are expendable. Like the
No. Oh,
the
well,
powers
any
that,
individual, yes.
the powers that be use them as pawns in their game, as you will. It's a game of sort. Well, maybe a
Thrones.
game of thrones.
Yes, I'm aware.
Why would anyone care what these people like or care? Like they're nameless fodder. Their background.
The people of this world have a viewership of millions. The mythical trajectory of this plane is an entirely new phenomenon, a pop icon mythology, if you will. Leonard and I had identified it as a prime point of leverage
I think they're saying
to
that
achieve the kind of power we thought we would need to have a shot
people are watching
at
this.
the stardom But Leonard is inevitably heading towards a trap that I have already fallen into. We have no concept of the quality and the power of those who are playing this game and those who will win it.
Man, we just set up a nice little fucking summer home here. We don't want things to be destroyed. Like, we just want this place to be chill, man.
You've
What's the,
certainly made it difficult for anyone to succeed in capturing the groupthink of these denizens. But mark my words, the person who's revered as a god in the flesh in this world has a decent shot at becoming a real god.
Oh man, is that what you were going for, man?
have you heard tell of the Bone Clan?
Okay, I didn't hear what you said, Chris.
Yeah, the
Repeat that.
Bahum Kin ain't nothing to fuck with, man.
Like you want, like we're like they love us here. What was
When
the
you-
nature? What was the nature of this trap?
Gabriel, when you delivered me to the first floor of the Tower of Song, and we entered, at that point in time, I was seeking the possibility that such a thing as this event could exist. Leonard had been working independently and come up to the same conclusion. That is why we fell in league together. We realized, triangulating over maps, serial novels, that the world of Westeros was likely to produce a godling. And I'd like to say we flipped for it.
I don't want to be the
and
god.
I came down here to be the godling. Because I was chosen, I was targeted by forces I had not considered possible to exist. I have read many tales of gods, and they pale in comparison to the actualities. That being who sent the slad to us, he was one of them, or he appears as such to me. I doubt that I even know what he truly is.
Yeah, but he was running you, man. Like he was in charge, even though you were trying to be in charge, right, man?
And the only reason that he is not still running me is because I serve no further purpose to him. He has
Well,
some
what you
rules
wanna
to
do now?
follow if he wants the power.
What's he
doesn't.
got to do?
I suspect he could smash us all if he so desired it. Oh wait, I got something fixed, by the way. Remember a couple of weeks ago when I was like, oh, everyone's got too much red. I changed it, and now Gabriel, you got a lot more gold and black going on. All right, so that's your new.
Yeah. Looks pretty badass.
Befitting of the Bahum clan.
Ain't nothing to fuck with.
That's not letting me move Ziggy. Stop being a piece of shit.
So basically what you're saying is like they're gonna keep on fucking with this realm.
It is not. Well, it is a prime it is prime for the purpose, which is to generate massive amounts of third order belief. However, it is not the only one. And there will be an eventual gathering, and whether or not the avatar of this plane is present is a mystery still. Whether or not anyone in this realm can survive at this point, whether or not this narrative is cursed and doomed, I cannot say.
Well, what are you gonna do if we let you go now, man? What is your plan? What are you gonna do?
What do you mean? I'm a prisoner. You can't just let me go.
Wait,
Truthfully,
you said gather. Are there other like this being targeted?
yes. Undoubtedly. Many narratives are under assault or under violent fucking for the purpose of generating these potential godlings. I have set up my machinations in this world for that purpose, and if you saw fit, if you saw reason, then with Bran and Tyrion's help, we could still achieve it potentially. Only I know not of the strictures and restrictions placed on the god beings.
Why should we trust you at this point?
You must ask yourself that. I can offer nothing, save that I am a captive of this realm, even should you let me go. You and I, we are all stuck here until something lifts the shroud.
Yeah, what's making the shroud happen?
Well, the preparation of the god beings is a magic, and as you know, all magics have fantastical analogs. I am well versed in the analogs of magic as song, and magic as music, and magic as a performance on a stage. Now, this magic I must compare most likely to baking, where to even look into the oven could cause the collapse of the souffle. Summoning the Slod by our nemesis, I thought would have potentially collapsed it. But apparently there are particulars to the rules that I am not privy.
So basically what you're saying is if we just like go fuck a lot of shit up, like this place is not gonna be a great petri dish for making a godling anymore. Is that what you're saying, man?
To this time, the act of
Sounds like they want us to
your
leave
band,
the
the
monsters.
Bahun clan, going forth in the world and slaying the monsters, first the dragon, then successive other threats to other realms, was solidifying your mythicness. My plan was to, at the critical moments, subvert that with my illusion and assume the godhead with some combination of a resurrected dragon and Bran's soul connection, which is undisputable, if you ask me. If we were to play our cards correctly, both Bran and Tyrion currently have a shot at assuming some sort of god emperor role. The beasts are being made by infusion of magic by these beings. The magic has been infused and will unravel over time, and I am not privy to that schedule. But a godling could still be made of this realm. I will have a reckoning with Leonard. I see that now.
Yeah, he's gonna be mad, man. And if I learned anything, like Jews don't forget. Like they hold a grudge, man. You're in trouble. Like he's not gonna be happy about people being enslaved, and neither am I. Like we just want to make this place chill for everyone.
I suspect he will understand the circumstances. Quite honestly, we may not both live to see our next rendezvous. I never told him how much I respected him for his Kaddish.